Hello, Kevin. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. It's Monday, so I'm kind
Yeah.
of pretty weak.
Okay. Good. But it's nice to be here again with the best attitude. So thank you for joining on time. Javier, good evening.
Bien, Otto.
Okay, we are going to wait for other people joining right now. Hey there, welcome back to the class.
Good evening, teacher. Thank you.
Evening, how's everything going?
It's really good, but I'm really tired.
Really tired. I understand. Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody at this time should be tired, because if you are not tired, that means that maybe you slept in the afternoon, you didn't do anything. But after doing all the things we do, guys, I think that everybody is tired at this time. So that's why we are even more, um, I don't know, you should be proud of yourself, because it's not easy to be here. It's easier to be sleeping right now, I know. But thank you guys for being here. Today we are going to start with a new topic, which is always good. And let me start sharing my screen. But before I do that, I want to listen to you guys. Tell me, what did you do on your weekend? Hmm.
Well, in my case, I just did some homework that I have left from the weekend, and I started new video game in my Switch. So that was it.
What video game did you play?
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I haven't
Oh,
played. So since in May we're gonna have the sequel of the game, I start to play the first game to be in the line.
okay, to be in the mood to play the other one. Okay, I haven't played that because I don't have a Switch. No, that's yes, a Switch you said, right?
Yes, it is in Switch and it also in Nintendo Wii. So
Okay.
if you have an emulator, you can play on your computer.
Mhm. Okay, I have a Wii, but that doesn't accept those pirate games. So that it's difficult. So that's why I don't use it, because I don't have money to be buying those expensive games.
The thing is that Nintendo games are very expensive.
Yes, very expensive. They are not pocket friendly. Okay, Johan, welcome.
Welcome, teacher.
Okay, thank you so much for attending, guys. And guys, whenever I ask a question at the beginning of the class, if you don't feel comfortable, if you feel afraid of talking, if you don't feel like talking, please try to talk. Okay, this is your time. Get out of the comfort zone. Okay, the easiest things maybe are not that beneficial for you. Okay, so try to do your best every time. So we are going to start with the class because we are now 6 in the class. So we should start now. And let me start by sharing my screen. Guys, do you remember what was the last topic we learned?
Sorry, teacher, I don't stay in the last class.
Ah, you missed the last class, okay?
Passing both,
Which one?
passing both.
Passive voice in present and in past. Okay, very good. I want to hear some example, guys. Please, quickly, before we start the class. Mhm. Okay, I'm going to start. My room was cleaned by my sister. Another one. Mhm. Come on, guys, be active. Mhm.
Um, the dinner was cooked by my sister.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you, Kevin, for saving the class once again. All right, guys, since you don't want to talk, we are going to start with the class because today we have to learn something new, okay? Which is going to help you with your speaking and with your fluency. So that's good. And your grammar as well. Whenever you are doing a grammar test, let's start here. But before we start, let me see, it's 9:10. Before we start, we have this little warm-up. Kevin, please help me read this.
Okay, tongue twister. Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, will whether the weather, whether we like it or not.
That's a tongue twister. Okay, very good. Thank you. And what is that for? Let's read this. Tongue twisters are used in EFL classes all around the world to help students improve their pronunciation and articulation. They are used to target the hardest sounds, being a great and fun source to level up your soft skills. Okay, so yeah, guys, so we haven't tried any tongue twister in the class, and as it says, it is used all around the world, okay? Why? Because that helps you to improve your fluency and your articulation, okay? So Kevin already tried this. So we are going to listen now to Heather, okay? Heather, let's go with this.
Sure. Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot. Well, we weather the weather whenever the weather, whether we like it or not.
Okay. Yeah, kind of difficult. Okay, kind of difficult. I understand. All right, very good. Please, Daniel, give it a try.
Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, whether the weather Weather the weather. Whether we like it or do not.
Okay, very good. What are the different difficult sounds? The R sound, okay? The R sound, whether the weather be fine. So try to make the R sound, but good job. Good job, Daniel. Okay, very good. So volunteers, or do I choose someone else?
Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, whether the weather wait, whether the weather whatever, the whether we like it or not.
Okay, okay, that sounded good. Okay, very nice. This maybe is the most difficult part, this part here. And I liked it that you didn't say it very fast, but you used your intonation, so that sounded good. All right, very good. So I'm gonna try, guys, okay, because I want to try it. Okay, let me try. Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, will weather the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. Wow, it's kind of difficult. So Johan, let's go.
Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, well, whether the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not.
Okay, very good. Good fluency. Fatima, let's go. Oh, Fatima left. I think she's having issues with the internet. So let me see who's missing. Oh, everybody participated already. Okay. Oh, Walter, you're missing, Walter.
Yes, but I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. Kind. Try it.
Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not. Whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot. Whether the weather whether we like it or not.
Okay, good. Okay, guys, try to do more tone twisters. As I said, they are very helpful for targeting those difficult sounds in English. Okay, that's the intention of them. Okay, very good. So now another quick activity, guys. I know you remember this picture. And here we have this sentence. Good lighting is good for the people, okay? First, this is very basic, okay? We are using good, which is a basic adjective, and we are using it twice. So I want some examples, guys. How do you say this using your intermediate, upper intermediate language? Please tell me. The same thing with different words. Make it sound more advanced, okay? Let's go. Come on, guys. Is it too difficult for you? You're a difficult crowd. Okay, guys, so I'm going to choose. Please, Javier, do this sentence or say the same thing with different words.
For a good health, it's good eat vegetables.
Oh, but this same sentence with different words. Try to use what you have learned in the class.
Synonymous. Oh, okay.
Synonyms or different structure.
Good illumination is good for the dark street or streets.
Okay, guys, let's go. Let's do a brainstorm. Thank you, Javier.
Okay.
I want to listen to my intermediate students, guys. Target accuracy. Okay. All right. I will mention something at the end of the class, and let me give you my example here. Okay. Like this. Having, instead of good, we can say in this case, proper. Okay. Proper lighting could be, or street lighting. Okay. Lighting is, instead of good here, we could say beneficial, okay, for the people. What can we use before, I mean, instead of people? Or
the street drivers.
Or, okay, that is more accurate, okay, for street drivers. Okay, we are giving more information. Or we can say the community, okay? Okay, the community. The community, because it is the community is the group of people who lives in that place, okay, in an area. So for the community, for the population, okay? So guys, would you, I mean, this is maybe a better way to say good lighting is good for the people. What people? What lighting? Street lighting. Instead of using good, we can use proper, okay? Beneficial. So guys, this is a way to improve your speaking, okay? Whenever you think you are saying things in using just very basic English, try to improve it, okay? Try to improve it. This is the main purpose of this course, okay? Try to improve the way we speak, because I understand that everybody can express their ideas so far, but we are trying to improve the quality of those, maybe not the ideas, but the accuracy of your language, your second language, which is English. Okay, very good. Never stop learning, guys. There's always room for improvement for those who want to be the best, okay? So because of the time, we are not going to do this, and because you don't like speaking, so we are going to omit that, and we are going to start with the topic for today, okay? The topic for today's class is this. Heather, what's the topic for today?
Participle of adjective.
Okay, very good. participle of adjectives. Okay, very good. And Heather, you are very fortunate because you are the chosen one to read this presentation, okay, for your classmates, for those who are going to watch the video after the class, and for other students, for other classes that want to learn about this topic. So let's go.
Worried versus worrying. Past participle, present participle. Worried is picture, the woman, she is worried, and the worrying is the movie is worrying.
Okay, very good. Now a brief explanation, guys, about this. We have the participle adjectives or the participle of adjectives. Sorry, we have two different participles, okay? Here we have it. Let me share this with you. Okay, this one first, okay? We have bored, okay? Pronunciation, guys, bored, okay? Bored. This is past participle of the adjective. This is past participle, okay? Bored. And this is present participle, boring, okay? So both of them mean the same, okay? But remember, with ed is the past participle, with ing is the present participle, okay? The meaning is the same, but the difference is with the verb to be, okay? And for that reason, in this class, we are going to use our first language, which is Spanish. Bored, it's an adjective, and the meaning is aburrido, aburrida, okay? But the sense of this is estar, okay? Remember that the verb to be means ser o estar in Spanish, okay? So bored, the past participle means estar, aburrido. Boring is the adjective, aburrido, aburrida, but the meaning of the verb to be is ser. It's a characteristic, okay? Ser aburrido, okay? No es lo mismo decir yo estoy aburrido que decir yo soy aburrido, okay? So for those two things in English, we are going to use two different kind of adjectives. Past participle adjectives and present participle adjectives. Here we have the first example. She's bored. Okay. What is the meaning in Spanish for this sentence, guys?
Ella está aburrida.
Exactly. Okay. Ella está aburrida. Look at her. I'm not saying she is boring. The ella es aburrida. We don't know. Maybe she's a funny person, joyful person, but now she is bored. Okay, not she's boring. She is bored. Ella está, no ella es. Very good. The movie is boring. Okay, that means la película es. No está, es aburrida. Okay? Guys, do you have any questions so far? No questions? Is it clear? I'm going to ask a person to explain what I just explained. Okay? Okay, let me do the check here. Joheb, please explain what is the difference between these two adjectives, past participle or present participle adjectives. Mhm. Not there? Okay, Daniel. Daniel, try to explain this, what I just explained to you. Mhm. I know, guys, you have what it takes to be in this level. So try to do the best you can. Daniel. Okay, good. So guys, even if you can't explain this, you don't have questions. So we are going to move on, okay? Because I will not stay here that long if there are no questions. So good. Present participle versus past participle. We are going to do some exercises, okay, with this. So here we have this. Let me see here. Okay, let's read this and please help me to complete this. She feels because she had a, okay, so what do you think, guys? What can we use this here?
Tired.
Tired? Okay, she feels tired because,
She had a rough day.
okay, but this is not a past participle of the verb, that adjective.
Before answering,
Mhm.
I remember that in high school, my teacher told us something about that in some cases you can use the same form of a verb. So I don't know if in this applies to.
In what sense? What could be an example so we can check on that?
Like, for example, I remember that they say use this in the simple past, but I think I don't remember if in the participle too, but in the simple past you cannot say, for example, in the same sentence, tired and tiredness for saying something.
Okay, we should have an example at least to see what exactly that refers to, because verbs usually follow different rules than adjectives. Right now, we are not talking about verbs, but we are talking about adjectives, okay? Because the verb is feel, okay? And it is conjugated for the third person. And here the verb is had, okay? And it's conjugated in the past form. Now, we need here after a or here feels, we need an adjective. So an example could be, she feels bored. Let's say bored. It could be tired as well, as you said, because she had a boring day. Okay, that could be an example. She feels bored because she had a boring day. Okay, that's an example. All right, very good. And then we have, I had a blind date. Okay, a blind date. The girl I met wasn't, da da da, she was funny. What do you think? What makes sense here?
Um, The girl I met wasn't boring. She was funny.
Okay, boring, okay. The girl I met wasn't boring. She was funny, okay? Yeah, that makes complete sense. Very good. Okay, next. That was a book. I stopped reading it because it was not.
It was a read book. I stopped reading it because it was not real.
It was not?
Real.
Okay, real. But try to use here either present participle or past participle.
Oh, okay. This reading.
Okay, it was a reading book. Okay, but read is again a verb, okay?
Mhm.
We are using an adjective. So the adjective could be in past participle or present participle. That was a, if you stopped reading the book, maybe it was bored or boring. What do you think, Javier? That was a bored book or that was a boring book. What do you think?
Was a bored.
A bored,
Okay.
like this. That was a bored book. What do you think, guys?
Thing is boring. That was a boring book.
That was a boring book, okay? I stopped reading it because it was not
Interesting.
interesting. Okay, because it was not
Okay.
interesting. That makes sense, okay? That was a boring book. I stopped reading it because it was not interesting, okay? So, very good. That makes sense. When you feel, try to do something, what do you think? When you feel boring or when you feel bored? Javier, which one do you think we can use here?
When you feel boring, try to sometime.
Try to do something?
Try to something boring or
The opposite. Interesting.
interesting.
Mhm.
I
Yep,
use the
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, no worries. We are going to clarify something here. So she feels bored because she had a boring day. Okay, here, bored. This is how you feel, okay? Bored es aburrido, como sentirse, estar aburrido. Ella se siente aburrida porque ella tuvo un día aburrido, ¿ok? Boring, cuando ocupamos ing, es cómo lo hace sentir a uno eso. ¿Ok? Si la movie is amazing, quiere decir que uno está amazed. ¿Ok? Ella, la película, nos hace sentir a uno amazed. So, usamos amazed por algo que sentimos y boring por una característica de algo. Algo es aburrido. Boring es una característica, ¿ok? No es que se sienta uno. Por ejemplo, si yo digo, I'm boring, yo puedo significar dos cosas. Que yo estoy aburrido, eso no es una característica mía, así me siento, ¿ok? Sentirse. Y boring, si yo le digo, I'm boring, entonces yo digo que yo, es una característica mía, que yo soy el aburrido, ¿ok? No es que yo me sienta así porque la película está aburrida, sino porque yo soy una persona aburrida, ¿ok? Past participle, how you feel. And boring, a characteristic, how that makes you feel. Okay, I hope it is kind of more understandable right now. Okay, the girl I met wasn't boring. Ella no era aburrida, porque acá dice que ella era divertida. Entonces, ok, ella no es una persona aburrida, ella es una persona divertida. Entonces, boring es una característica de ella aquí que no tiene. Que wasn't boring. That was a boring book. Una característica del libro. El libro no se siente aburrido. Esa es una característica de él, que es aburrido para mí. Okay, so I stopped reading it because it wasn't interesting. Again, el libro no está interesante, no es interesante para mí, no me hace sentir interesado a mí. So I'm going to use interesting. And when you feel, cada vez que veamos feel, es más o menos decir que nos sentimos, entonces va a ser el past participle of the verb. That gives us a clue. Try to do something interesting. Intentar hacer algo interesante. Okay? Very good. Can you guys give me more examples? Can you think about more participle adjectives? Not only boring and interesting, other adjectives that we can use in past or present participle.
Funny.
Funny? No. Fun. Not all the adjectives can be used in this way because you cannot say I was fond or I was funning. No.
Okay.
Amazed and amazing.
Amazed. Okay, and amazing. Very good. Okay. Amazed. Amazed without the D, that is a verb. Okay, that is a verb. Amaze. Okay, it's a verb. So the past participle adjective is amazed with D, and the present participle adjective is amazing. Very good. Another
Study.
verb. Which one?
Study.
Study.
Yes, study.
Okay, very good. That is correct. Tell me what is the past participle of study, the adjective.
Studying.
No with ing, that is the present. The past participle is with the ed.
Oh, okay. Studied.
Studied, okay? And studying is the other one. Okay, guys. That is something that we have to try to understand little by little, but most of the verbs can be used as adjectives as well. Study and studying. Oh, this is a very studied topic. Okay? Very studied topic. Un tema muy estudiado. Studied topic. Studied as an adjective, not as a verb. Okay. I think this is an easy topic, guys, but maybe it's easier to use it than explain it. So we have a root verb, amaze. Okay, this is what you said, Kevin. Amaze is the verb. Okay, hey, that amazes me. If you're amaze me, okay, as a verb, or that amazed me as a verb. Okay, but also as an adjective, how you feel. Oh, I feel amazed. Okay, I am amazed. What is the meaning of that in Spanish? I am amazed. Yo soy o yo estoy.
Me siento asombroso.
Exactly, ok. Yo me siento asombrado, ok, de lo que está pasando. Amazed, ok, maravillado. All right, amazing is an experience, okay? It says how the experience is. The experience is amazing. This is a characteristic, okay? Remember, oh, this movie was amazing. This is a characteristic of the movie, okay? Good. Amuse, annoy, bore, bored, boring, charm, charmed, charming, okay? Confuse, verb, confused, the past participle adjective, confusing. This is, oh, mathematics is very confusing. That is a characteristic of that. I feel confused with this mathematic topic. Okay, so that is how you feel about this. When you want to talk about how you feel about something, you use this. And how the experience is, or a characteristic of that topic, this. Oh, the earthquake was shocking. Shocking, was shocking. That's a characteristic. But also you can say, I felt shocked during the earthquake. Okay, very good. So guys, do you have questions? No? Remember, in the platform, you have exercises and explanation, additional explanations for this. But in the live classes, if you have questions, you can ask. You may ask and you must ask. So, questions? No questions. Okay, so please think about your own examples using this. It could be the past participle of any of these root verbs or the present participle. Try to think, guys. I think Zelda music is very relaxing. A characteristic of that music, okay? How that music makes me feel, okay? I feel relaxed when I listen to Zelda's music. Okay, this is how we use them. Try to do your own examples, guys. I'll give you a minute.
I feel surprised when I entered the class and the only two people were you and me.
Okay, very good. I feel surprised, or I felt surprised, could be either. All right, very good, surprised. This is how you felt, okay? Exactly, so that's why you're using past participle to talk about how you feel. Okay, thank you, Kevin. I have like 200 examples on my mind right now. So I think you should have at least a bunch of examples on your mind as well. So let's go. Tell me.
When I went to Honduras, I had some exciting adventure.
I had some exciting adventures. Okay, exciting, very good. That is a characteristic of your trip. The experience, how the experience was. That was exciting. Okay, very good. Good job, Heather.
I interested in your project, but I disappointed one of your ideas.
Okay, very good. I'm interested in your project. However, some of your ideas are disappointing. Okay, that could be the way, because the characteristic of the ideas is that they are disappointing. Okay, but the first part was correct. I am interested. No, I am interested. I am interested. Ok, yo estoy interesado en tu proyecto. No, yo soy interesado en tu proyecto. Si yo digo I am interested, es posible. I am interested o I am interested. Pero si yo digo I'm interested, digo que es una característica mía, que yo soy interesado. Y si yo digo I'm interested, quiere decir que yo me siento interesado hacia algo. So good. Good job, Javier.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. My mom is a charming person. Okay. An example.
Feeling exhausted, the students submitted their finished assignments.
Okay. Even exhaust. Okay, because that's how they feel. Exactly. Very good. We use the past participle for feelings. Okay, so guys, I hope you take this with you, okay? And I hope you include this in your vocabulary, in your speech, in your grammar set, so you can use it naturally in your speaking, okay, confidently, because now you know how to use the past participle and when to use the present participle of this. And now you know that we have a root verb, okay? All of these are verb. Puzzle, that is a verb, okay? Exhaust, excite, that is a verb, okay? You can use these words. Oh, that thing excites me, okay? Okay. All right, guys, I think I will include this in the presentation. Okay, this is additional practice information. Okay, my bath was relaxing or relaxed, guys. What do you think?
Relaxing.
Yes, that was a characteristic, how that made me feel. Okay, my bath was relaxing. I feel relaxing or relaxed.
Relaxing.
Exactly, relaxed now. Excellent. So this is a good example. Take one example and understand that example and then just replace some words. Okay, instead of saying my bath, you can say, oh, that music was relaxing. I felt relaxed now. Okay, guys, very good. There's another thing that I want to mention, guys. And is this, I'm going to show you your grades right now, guys. These are your grades for intermediate 1. Okay, if you see here, we have intermediate 2 that I haven't worked on this yet, but intermediate 1 is complete. Okay, here you can see your grades. First of all, unit 1 and 2 quiz. Okay, unit 1 and 2 quiz. Okay, that worth 30% of your grade. So here, Kevin, you got 9 in this. Unit 3 and 4 quiz, you got 9 as well. So those are the 2 quizzes that you did. Then the verbal test, okay, that comes from your participation in class, and that comes from the speaking classes, guys. It's very easy for me to track your speaking activity. I mean, I just need to go to the activation class video and see who was present. If you didn't come to 2 or 3 of the classes in which you had the activation class, then that means that you will not get a 10 here. If you don't participate in class, you will not get a 10 here. And then we have the written test for unit 1 to 5, okay? So Kevin had 9.5. And then in the platform, if you complete the platform work, then I'm going to give you the 10. So the total is 9.5. So that's your score, your final score for intermediate 1. Then we have some students that they did nothing here. And of course, I will just put a 0. And this is the first course grade, okay? So take this into account, guys, because I don't want to be putting notes from from intermediate 1. We are in the middle of intermediate 2 already. Okay, so there's a lot of people here missing activities. Okay, so please, guys, if you haven't sent me these activities yet, please, I'm going to need this by the end of this week. Okay, otherwise next week I will not modify this anymore. Okay, I'm going to be working only in intermediate 2. Okay, some of you had already sent me some intermediate 2 activities like unit 1 and 2 quiz. Okay, it's 30%. Some of you have sent that to me already. Okay, we are now in unit 3, and then you will be able to do this quiz. Okay, then the verbal test again is going to be, or it's going to be graded on the activation class. Example, tomorrow we have an activation class. Today I asked you to participate many times, okay? And that made me feel maybe not angry, because obviously I can't get angry because you don't want to participate. It's part my fault, but I feel like not disappointed, but maybe not frustrated. I can't find the right adjective. Like, I don't know. It's disturbing for me, guys. Why don't you like participating in class? That's a big question for me. Okay, because if you are taking a course, of course you want to make progress. And practicing is the best way to progress. So, yes, writing writing tests from unit 1 to 5, and then the platform work. The same thing, okay? We have the same activities for this. If you see here, it's intermediate 2, then intermediate 3. So, and I just wanted to show you these guys because, I mean, collect all this data, it's very difficult, okay? It's very difficult to see my chats and see if you have sent me the activities or not, or remind you, send your reminders, please work on this, try to do this. It's kind of overwhelming, all this job. So please try to do this, not because of me, but because of you guys. As I said, if you go along with the talent website or platform, you will feel that this is more understandable for you, okay? Useful. So please try to do this, guys. Try to do this. I don't know if you have questions about these grades. Javier, you have all the activities, so thank you so much. The same as Heather, everybody. Joheb, I think you are missing some. Yes, you are missing. I think you sent one to me. I'm not sure if it was. No, I don't think you sent one to me. So try to work on this week. By the end of the week, please send me the results and work in this hard. Any question, guys? Okay, no questions. Okay, so guys, now in the last 2 minutes, solo les quiero decir, guys, primero, de verdad quiero agradecerles el esfuerzo que ponen en venir a la clase, ok, pero yo, como siempre digo, por muy barato que ustedes paguen por algo, si ese algo no sirve, va a salir caro. O sea, si algo vale $1, pero ese $1 es regalado porque no sirve lo que ustedes compraron, eso es botar $1. Entonces, a lo que quiero llegar con eso es, o sea, si van a poner 1 hora de su esfuerzo acá, intenten que valga la pena, ¿ok? Porque si al final esto no les sirve, todo el tiempo que invirtieron no va a servir de nada. Si no logramos nuestros objetivos, que son mejorar gramaticalmente, ¿ok? Porque si hacemos un grammar test y no tenemos buena gramática, nos va a decir que nuestro nivel es A1, A2, B1, ¿ok? Entonces es importante mejorar la gramática y también hablar fluidamente. Entonces por eso tenemos las speaking classes, las activation classes para poner en práctica lo que hemos visto. Y para poner en práctica lo que hemos visto, tenemos que haber aprendido, ¿ok? Entonces no es solo memorizar, sino aprender, hablar. So, guys, eso es, guys, que quiero que, por favor, intenten hacerlo mejor. Después de estos 3 meses, o vamos a haber perdido el tiempo, o vamos a haber invertido el tiempo en algo que nos va a servir y que ya va a ser permanente, ¿ok? Porque vamos a trabajar el resto de nuestra vida en algo que nos va a exigir inglés. That's why you are learning it, ¿ok? Eso es el motivo por el cual ustedes lo están aprendiendo, y siempre les he dicho, ustedes son personas muy preparadas, ¿ok? Muy preparadas, muy inteligentes, que sienten esa necesidad de aprender, esa necesidad de sobresalir. Por eso es que están aquí. O sea, una persona con una voluntad débil no está aquí, no estaría en un curso como este, no estaría invirtiendo su tiempo en aprender algo nuevo. So, guys, en ese aspecto los admiro. Solamente les quiero decir que si vamos a poner nuestro esfuerzo y nuestra energía en aprender esto, en aprender lo otro, pongámoslo todo, ¿ok? Que no nos reservemos nada de nuestro esfuerzo. Let's try to work it. And siempre he dicho que la actitud que tenemos hacia algo cambia cómo nos sentimos hacia eso. ¿Ok? Por ejemplo, si yo enciendo la cámara, yo estoy seguro que voy a estar más enfocado en la clase que si no la enciendo. Yo sé que eso es algo que no todos lo podemos hacer por el internet, por cualquier razón, y está bien. Pero si no lo vamos a hacer, guys, cuando yo les pregunto algo, try to participate, ¿ok? Salgamos de las dudas preguntando. Ustedes saben que nunca les he salido de ninguna mala manera. Entonces, try to feel comfortable, guys. Lo más importante es que se sientan comfortable in the class. Que no sientan que yo los regaño, sino que sientan que yo los motivo porque sé la capacidad que ustedes tienen. De verdad, yo siento admiración por ustedes, pero no voten la admiración que yo tengo por ustedes, guys. Yo sé que cuesta y que estar a esta hora aquí is difficult, but you are doing it, and I feel proud of you, and I feel amazed. So, guys, that's only, that's the only down point that we have so far. So I hope you guys will start working on this, and if you haven't started these units, please work on them. Okay, please work on them. Let me know if you have questions, if you need help, and I'll be there for you. And that's pretty much the class for today, guys. Remember, for tomorrow activation class, we will try to speak, okay, using passive voice and past participle and present participle of adjectives. Don't miss tomorrow class, because we are going to have some activities to make you speak, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Questions or no?
Well, thank you. Good night.
Good night, everyone, guys.
Good night, Otto. Thanks.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.